Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video on Google Apps Script tutorial series, and in this video we are going to discuss about assignment operator, and we are going to discuss about 6 different assignment operator. Let's go one by one. The very first assignment operator that we are going to see is equal to. So this one which you are pretty much aware of that. So let's say where I is equal to 7. So this is a basic example of the normal assignment operator, and when you use a symbol equal to, whatever the value on the right side get assigned to the variable on the left side. So if I'm going to print the variable I am going to get the value 6 because the value 6 is assigned to this variable I due to the assignment operator. So we look at the output, it print the value 6 here. So this is a basic assignment operator, and let's have a look at the addition assignment operator. So when you use an addition assignment operator, let's say I plus equal to 7. So when I write an expression with addition assignment operator, something like I plus equal to 7, the program will understand it like I is equal to I plus 7. So it is a very simple mathematical expression, but instead of writing this, you will use the addition assignment operator. So in all the programming language, this is recommended and the most efficient one than writing the normal mathematical expression. So I is already 6, and this I plus equal to 7 will take care of adding 6 and 7. So if I print the value I after that, it's going to give me the sum of 6 and 7. So similarly, we have negative assignment operator or a subtraction assignment operator. So you can use minus followed by equal to. Let me change the value to 10, and if I use the subtraction assignment operator, it's going to subtract the value of a variable I minus 7, and here the I value is 10, and the 7 is going to get subtracted from the 10, and if I execute that one, we are going to get 3. So this is a subtraction assignment operator, and the next one is a multiplication assignment operator. So instead of a minus, you should use star. So in a normal mathematical expression, the variable I is going to get multiplied with the value that you're going to give after that. So 10 product of 7, which is going to give 70 here. So that's this multiplication assignment operator. So likewise, we have division assignment operator. Let me change the value of variable I to 70, and if I use the division assignment operator, for division you should use a forward slash followed by equal to. So this is the normal expression for the division. It's going to divide variable 70 by 7, which in turn going to return 10 here. So if I execute the division assignment, I'm going to get 10. So in the same way, we have assignment operator. So instead of forward slash, you can use a percentage, and let me change from 70 to 71 because 70 is going to get divided by 7 and the remainder should be 0, but in 71 we will get the remainder as a 1. Here you go. So this take care of finding the remainder. So that's all about assignment operator, and next let's have a look at the string operator. So let me create a variable called text equal to John, and here in a string the operator plus is going to behave in a different way. Let's see that shortly. Let me create 2 variables. One is a text1 and another one is a text2, and in text2 I'm going to assign a name Peter to it. So if I'm going to use a plus operator, for text 1 and text 2, it's not going to give the sum of John and Peter because it doesn't make any sense to add these two names. So this Google Apps Script is going to find the type of data that get assigned to those variables, and if it is a string, it will do the concatenation instead of addition. So if I'm going to execute this operator function, it's going to combine John and Peter and it's going to give me a single name if I use a plus operator here. And there is one more thing where one variable is string and another variable is number. So in this case, Google Apps Script is going to consider this as a string and it's going to append the John and 6 and gives us an output. So if we execute this function, it's going to concatenate the first string and the second string. So when you're doing a plus operator and if any one of the variable is string, then it's going to concatenate instead of doing an addition. So that's a one key takeaway in the string operator. So that's all about a string operator, and let's have a look at the comparison operator. So we have different comparison operator. So the very first one is double equal to. Let me put double equal to. So if you want to compare the two variables, then you can use the double equal to here. So let's assume that the text 1 is John and text 2 is also John. And if I'm going to use the double equal to operator, it's going to compare the variable text 1 with text 2. And if both are same, it's going to return the Boolean expression true. If not, it's going to return a false. So here it is true, and if I change from uppercase to lowercase and if I execute this one, it is going to return false because this text 1 and text 2 are not equal. And the next one is not equal to. So you should use exclamatory symbol followed by equal to. So which will check whether the two variables are not equal. So in this case, I have to replace the equal with exclamatory, and if I execute this function, it's going to return true because it's going to check the text 1 and text 2 are not equal. If they are not equal, it's going to return true. Otherwise, it is going to return false. And we have a greater than symbol in the operator function. So greater than is most widely used for a mathematical function. So you can also use for a text. Let's execute this one. I have to replace not equal to with greater than symbol. If I execute this one, it's going to return a false because this lowercase j takes more precedence than compared to uppercase j, and that is why the text 1 is not greater than text 2. And this greater than and lesser than and greater than or equal to and lesser than or equal to is most commonly used for mathematical operation. So let's name this as 10, and I'm going to replace txt to 7. And if I'm going to check text 1 is greater than text 2, it's going to return true because this expression is true. And there is a less than operator. So this is going to check whether the text 1 is lesser than text 2. It is not equal. So the 10 is not lesser than 7. So that's why it returned a false. And there is two more operator. One is greater than or equal to. So it will first check the text 1 is greater than text 2. In that case, it will return true, or at least if the text 1 is equal to text 2, in that case also it return true. Only if the text 1 is lesser than text 2, it's going to return false. So let's check that. So the text 1 is 10 and the text 2 variable is 7. So 10 is greater than 7, it return true. So if I change the text 2 to 10, and if I run this function, it's going to return true because 10 is equal to 10. So the lesser than or equal to works in the same way, and there is one more operator called a ternary operator. So for ternary operator, you have to use a question mark symbol, and the format of ternary operator is expression question mark, and if it is true, what to do, and if it is false, you have to mention what to do here. So text 1 is 10 and text 2 is also 10. So text 1 is greater than or equal to text 2, which is going to return true. So I want just to print logger.log. Hey, it's true, else I want to print false here. So if I execute the ternary operator, it's going to print, hey, it's true. So there is no need of logger.log here. So that's it. So the text 1 10 is greater than or equal to text 2, which is true. So that's why the very first expression get executed, and if it is false, then it will get executed. Let's say I'm going to change 9 to the text 1, and if I execute this function, this one is going to get executed. So this is all about a ternary operator. In other words, you can use ternary operator instead of if-else. And if you want to do something in a single line, you can go with ternary operator. So that's all about a comparison operator. And now let's have a look at the logical operator. So we have 3 logical operator: and, or, not. So first we'll have look at the and operator. So to learn on the operator, I'm going to define 2 variables. One is 10 and another one is 20. So in AND operator, it will return true only if both the expression are true. So in this case, if I is greater than 5, and if I use a AND operator, and I'm adding one more expression, let's say j is greater than 10. So I'm printing a value both true. If I execute this method, it's going to print both true, because this expression and this expression both are true, and that's why it print both true. If any of the expression is false, then it's not going to get executed. So let's say I'm changing from 10 to 30, and this expression is going to return false. So it's not going to print the both true here, because it won't enter into the if block itself. So in AND operator, both the condition should be true. And there is an OR operator, which is 2 parallel pipes. So in this case, it will just check any one of the condition is true. If any one of the condition is true, it's going to return true. And it's going to return false only if both the condition are false. In all other cases, it is going to return true. So if I execute that one, this is false and this is true. So it's going to return true here. So in this case, both the condition is false, and it's going to not print anything here. So this is all about a OR operator, and there is a NOT operator. So NOT operator is something a reverse of the condition. So here, let's say you are checking I is lesser than 30. So 10 is greater than 30, which is going to return false. But when you use NOT, it's going to reverse the return value, which means it will make it as a true. So this if condition is going to get executed. So that's the purpose of NOT operator. So NOT just add a reverse to the output. So that's all about logical operator. So that's all about operators in Google Apps Script. And if you like this video, give thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.